Hello and welcome to another week of home learning. We hope you've had a wonderful weekend and are ready for another week. We're going to start this week off with some origami. Very soon we're going to be looking at our new book, The Smartest Giant in Town. And in the book, the giant called George buys himself a new smart tie. So in today's origami, we're going to have a go at making a tie. So let's have a go.
Okay, this is actually a really nice origami today. It's really fun and really effective. Now you're going to want to start off, as we have done before, by getting yourself a square. So that means folding your piece of paper across like this and getting rid of this oblong here. So go ahead and do that and get yourself a square ready to go. Okay, great. Here's our square. First thing we're going to want to do is create another diagonal fold line, this time from this corner to this corner. So go ahead and do that to get that fold line. And this is going to be really important because we need to find the middle of the piece of paper for our next fold. So line up, be as accurate as you can. And when you open up, you should see that we've got two intersecting lines like that. Now, next thing to do is to turn your piece of paper into this orientation, and you're going to want to take your corner and fold it into the middle. Now I'm going to draw a little spot for the middle, which is handy just to show you, but if you want to do that as well, it's a good idea to just help you know exactly where the middle is. So fold that point into the middle. Again, try and be as accurate as you can today. And same again for the other side. Brilliant. When you've done those folds, you're going to want to take the edge now, and we're folding that into the middle too. So this is easiest to do in this orientation. So take your edge and fold it so it matches that middle line. And same again with the other edge. Fantastic. Now you should see that we're starting to get the shape of a tie, but we've got to work on the knot at the top now. So turn things back this way and take the top point and bring it down into that shape like that, so we're creating a nice flat top. Brilliant, nice square top like that. Okay, when you're done with that, turn everything over, and then you're going to want to fold that top down probably about 3 or 4 centimeters, maybe even a bit more, but be quite nice and generous. There you go, fold that bit down. Now watch carefully here. We're going to fold this back up, but not all the way back open. We're going to fold so that we've got a little overlap here, just like that. Okay, so let me do that fold and show you what it looks like. So you've got your fold and you should have that nice Z shape at the side. When you've done that, you're going to want to flip things back over. Now, these folds are a little bit tricky, so watch really carefully, and you might take a bit of time to work out how these work, and don't worry about that. So what we're aiming to do is, rather than having these two parallel lines, we want to try and bring the lines so that they're a little bit more like this. So the fold we're aiming to do is from this corner here, a diagonal fold up in towards the middle, like this. So get your finger underneath this side, okay, just this top layer, and have a go at making that fold. Okay, try and keep it so it ends exactly on that point down there and comes across over here. Now you might notice we've had these before, these little hats starting to be made at the top here. Don't worry about that hat, you don't need to squash it down, but do maybe just put your finger in so that you can get the fold all the way to the top. Okay, and then you want to do exactly the same on the other side. Try as best as you can to match it up so that your fold on the other side matches where this fold ends. So take your side and fold in. And again, poke out that little hat so that you can get your fold all the way to the top. Brilliant. So you should see if you turn over now that you've got a fantastic tie shape. Don't worry if they're slightly uneven, but the closer together you can get them, the better. Okay, final bit. Now I'm going to zoom in for this because this is quite an unusual fold and it'll make most sense when you're actually doing it. It's quite weird to try and see what's happening when you're watching. So we're going to take this corner here and we're going to want to fold it towards the middle. Now it's easy and tempting to fold it like this and end up with a straight edge, but we don't want that. We want to take this corner and fold it in so that we actually have a diagonal line here. So let me do that fold and you can have a look what it looks like. So can you see we've folded that corner in, we've got a diagonal line. Okay, watch again on this side. So you take your corner, this corner here, begin to fold it in and start angling this line out so that you start to get a nice diagonal, and then squash that down like that. And if you turn over, you should see that we've got a fantastic top to our tie now with two lines coming out like this. And there we go, there's our tie. Now it's up to you what design you want to use. You've got a chance to be really creative and do all sorts of funky patterns. So you can see this one is one I made earlier, and you can see that I've done a bright pattern with lines going across like this, some dotted, some squiggles, but have a look. There's loads of patterns that you can use online, or you can come up with your own. One final tip is if you are doing lines going across or a pattern going in one direction, then when you get to the top bit, change the direction because that looks like the tie has been properly tied round. But I can't wait to see your designs this week. I'm sure they'll be absolutely fantastic. But that's it for our very own origami tie.
Fantastic, I hope you enjoyed that, and again I can't wait to see all of your designs and all of your folding this week. Whatever you're doing, have a brilliant week and I'll see you again soon.